I betrayed you, son. Most importantly, I betrayed myself. This is the last time I'll speak to you. Tears moved from my eyes at a snail pace, dropped on the letter, causing it to give way as I read the words out loud. If the sky can't be your limit, make it your beginning. Let that guide you through life. Hey, listen to me, young man. My mom said, I would not have you come home to me with this red dot designed all over your report card. Our eyebrows were already coming together. She tightened the paper in her hands. Tayo, what's this rubbish? The only thing your life depends on is slipping out of your finger like oil spilling out of the can. I hate it when she talks that way. I tried my best. Maybe the teacher doesn't like me, who knows? I shook my head, took a deep breath in and said, Mom, there are things my life depends on, and that paper in your hand is not... Shut up! Imagine if doctors made this kind of nonsense as grade. We would have more dead people, she said, adjusting her wrapper. Even you yourself would be dead. What of engineers? Nope, there will be car accidents every minute. Although, it's all leads to death. It's only food that knows. But mom, we're not so sure they didn't. Now, get out of this place. I'm calling your principal. After the death of my father, it has been only my mom. And she gives you only one choice. Be a doctor or a doctor. I think it's the Africanness in her blood. I hate exams. I walked to my bedroom, jumped on my bed. I could hear my mom tell the principal, how about we set up an after school lesson for him? That boy is too lazy, she said. 4 hours every day. I brought out my diary and started writing. Dear diary, who thinks or who told them that I'm interested in a 4 hours class? Paused and tried to listen, but her voice was already faint. I continued. When is not one about to get a girl you love? That should have been helpful in winning joy. I hear a bang on my door. I stood up, moving close to the door. The door opened itself. Oh, you should have just entered instead of knocking, I mumbled to myself. She handed me a letter saying, give this to your principal tomorrow. I stayed silent, collected the envelope, even though it felt like bomb. Mom has been a no-nonsense woman growing up. She handles her things to the point of perfection. She now has a job in the University of Ibadan, somewhere in Nigeria, to complement her status. I woke up the next day feeling so tired. My hands and legs have taken their lazy pill. I have to get to school. My inner mind comes to remind me. Looking outside, I see students moving in 2s, 3s. They drag themselves to school. Is this where my life is coming to? Oh God. I jumped out, rushed to the bedroom, had my bath, ate my breakfast and saw my mom. Mom, good morning. Made a sharp bow and rushed out. A lot is good about the morning. Waking up by 8 a.m. should be part of it, she said. I stayed silent. Didn't want any of those long psalm verses this morning. She got time. Our lecture is by 12. And hey, remember to deliver my message. I don't need to be reminded, Mom. I've got brain. I just shouted, all right, ma. Staying in campus, you get to see people day to day also, every day. Just women coming out and laying their goods on the mat. I just stood to breathe in fresh air. That's when one old woman just shouted, go away, Joe. See the way he's just standing and looking. He cannot even greet or dare. I didn't even mind her. Mad people everywhere. I took a sharp turn. Then some group of boys were getting ready to prepare for a choreography. I stopped, looked and said, I have 5 minutes to spare. These boys were dancing like their energy came from the song. Their steps were so coordinated. I was drooling while not sleeping. The hair on my head were standing. All of a sudden, the music stopped. The team were looking confused. I moved further to help them. Hello, let me help you fix your wire. And who told you we have problem with our wire? Said the boy with the black beret. We don't need your help. I looked there looking dumbfounded. Then the leader came and I was like, excuse me. I want to join your group. I blurted out. I don't even know where that came from. The leader just looked at me sternly and said, Get your soul to school before you get smoked fish with your uniform. A little bell rang in my brain. My hands began to raise. The envelope, the principal, the school. I checked my wristwatch. 5 minutes before school would be over, I rushed out of the crowd, ran to school. On getting there, it was locked. I need to get to the principal. Where would I tell her I've been? I leaned against the gate, trying to open it with my hands. When Musa, the school gate man, moved closer, hit my hand. Stop it! What do you want? I was peeping. The principal's car is not here. I want to see the principal. Go? Now maybe this, he said. Waiting open. I really need to say something to her. I dey hear. Continue. Musa, can you help me open the gates? I need to get in. It's like your eyes is paining you. You did not see that school have closed. Oh, where have you been today? He's even wearing uniform. He laughed. When other students came in their cultural outfit, Mumu boy, are you sure you are from this school? No, the school is from me, I said. He kicked my feet forward as I headed home. I silently slipped into my room. Now there is a rumble in my stomach. I got out to drink garri. Anything made from cassava is my favorite. My mom came out of her room carrying a basket of beans, sieving it, as she said, "So, how did it go today?" I was like, today go? I wasn't expecting her to be at home. I mean, the letter, your principal, how did they go? Right. I mean, they went well. So, what did she say? She said, oh, okay. Okay to money? No receipt? No time? Nothing? Yes, I need to speak with her. The cup of garri fell from my hands. My mom looked at me, shook her head, and just left. Got to school the next day. Is the principal in school? I asked the girl close to me. Go and check her office now. Stop asking me, she said. Mad people everywhere. I made it through school, no principal. On my way home, I saw those bands again. Now or never. I want to join your team, I said. This team started laughing. Then the guy with the black beret said, have you seen an antelope walk up to a lion and say, let's eat together? The antelope doesn't need to walk to a lion because he is more wiser. My inner mind was boiling at 100 degrees Celsius. I could feel the confrontation creeping to my soul. Then the team leader showed up. What? You? Again? Again, I said. Hey, get me a seat, let's see what you got. I dropped my bag and a reflection air blew to my face. This is my time. They played. I danced. After the dance, the team laughed. It was as if the ground should just open the mouth and swallow me. Good one. Practice by 4 p.m. every day. Get it? Got it. I got it! I made it! I was excited as I was going home. I opened the door of the house, met my mom sitting on the living room chair, crossed her legs together. So, where are you coming from? School! I called your principal, she said. You didn't deliver the envelope. You are not coming from school. Raised her eye. A sight pierced into my soul, leaving a passage between my hearts. What is this? You fail your exams? Come on whenever you like? Even simple message you can't deliver? Her voice heightened as she stood up from the chair. Now get out of my house. I can't be living with a nuisance. She meant it. I know. I wanted to beg her, but my mouth were too heavy. I tried to force the words out, but they tasted bitter and went back as I turned to start moving my feet. Mom! What's wrong? I ran to her. She was about to fall to the ground. I rushed to guide her, called for help. We landed at University of Ibadan's hospital, which was out of campus. As we walked across the corridor, I see people on the floor sitting, screaming and shouting. She can't be gone! Wailing, people consoling themselves. I hate hospitals. The nurses and the driver assisted me. She was taken in for tests. Few hours later, the doctor called me to his office. He brought out a piece of paper. Is there no adult I could talk to? I'm the adult of her. She's the adult of me. I mean, a real adult. I think you've got lots of time. Okay, Mr. Tayo, your mom has cancer, she said, handing over the test papers. She's been here before. We discussed about it. That that can be possible. Are you sure you are not one of those that have red dust stamped all over their paper? Mr. Tayo, talk to her. She needs to be placed on chemotherapy fast. First, who told you I'm Mr. Tayo? I'm just Tayo. Remove the Mr. Next, all the working systems in my body went ice cold, frozen. I could hear the sledgehammer hitting the walls of my life. James texted, waiting, the text read. We will discharge her tomorrow, she said. I carried my heavy weighted feet and dragged my soul across the office. She's sleeping. I went out with the boys. For the first time you are accepted in the group, you are late, James said. We have code and conduct, and lateness is not one of it. I'm sorry, I said, not ready to explain anything. We finished dance practice. I was about to go when the black beret guy pushed me against the wall and said, stupid, really? You can't do anything right with your life, can you? My 5 fingers landed on his face, spat on the floor and said, that's one right move, stupid. He was scared and just slept. I got home by 6 p.m, laid on my bed. What if? What if that little punk was right? All I just do is sit down and eat my mom's food. I turned to the other side of the bed. I was looking at the picture of my dad where he carried me on his shoulder. I miss him. Memories flushed into my system. Turn on the DVD, put on the music, he says with a smile on his face. I jumped to the DVD, turned it on, and we were dancing. We're dancing to our favorite dance step. We were dancing and dancing. Even if a bomb detonates close to us, we won't flinch. You are not getting the steps, Tayo. Tap your feet. 1, 2, 3. Mom enters, stops the music. What's this? Tayo, go and pick your book so you won't end up like your father. Dad wanted to become a dancer. I showed up. He decided to become a dance teacher. Job comes once in a while. I can't feed your father and feed you. Immediately my mom leaves, we get back together and dance. Those were fun, beautiful, and blissful moments. Now what's left of me is a part I'm not even sure of. The following day, I went to pick mom from the hospital. She was looking better now. So mom, let me help you carry your bag to the car. I fainted the day before. Not today. Help yourself, she said as she lifts her bag, checking if she forgot anything. I brought those bags. I smiled. She hasn't changed a lot. Getting home, she started squeezing her nose together, waving her hands in the air like she was blowing some hair to her nose. Only for 2 days, she shook her head and made it to her bedroom. I'm the neatest boy in school, mom. I started making TikTok videos. I wanted to go viral. Maybe viral in the midst of 6 people. It never happened. I went to the kitchen to get water. My mom was there. Mom, when are you going for your shot? Shot of? I mean chemo, mom. I'm fine with anointing oil, holy water, and Clofenac SR. Clofenac SR is the only pain reliever I've seen her use. I shook my head. That wasn't part of the doctor's prescription. No doctor is going to tell me what to do. Your life depends on this, mom. She took a cup of water, returned the cup, and left the kitchen. I don't understand my mom at times. She looks more like Cube. At times, you get it fixed. At times, you don't. Few months passed. My videos were doing well. They started to blow up. I can now show my mom I'm getting somewhere. I ran out. Mom! As I walked into her room, I met her on the floor. She had her 2 hands on her head, held tightly together. She was moving from one point to another. It was as if the veins in her head were resting against a pin. Her voice started to climb to the highest pitch. I started to see drops of blood. I ran out to her friend to call him. I didn't even look forward. As I was running, all the veins in my blood were moving at a top speed. My legs were going. I was moving at the speed of light. I hit a woman's crate of egg. I saw the egg bounce from the tray to the floor. The old woman adjusted her wrapper, came out. Help me, yo! Help me, yo! This child, you must pay. Yeah. She held my clothes tightly together with her frail hands. I was thinking, Mom, please hang in there. Tears started dropping down my face. The old woman said, cry from now to tomorrow. You will pay for my egg. Mr. Datpo coming with his car. I was waving my hand vigorously. Finally, he sees me. He comes down. Pays the woman. What's wrong with you? I was like, my mom. He said, get in the car. Get into the car. We drove at the car's highest speed. As we were driving, I started to think, I don't know what love is, but I know when adults are in love with each other. This is what love feels like. Mr. Datboy asks, do you still love my mom? Let's see her first. We rushed into the car and rushed to the hospital. I see a message from James. Hey, show up, we've got a deal. There is exclamation mark in one message. This must be serious. The hospital hasn't changed one bit. Patients were facing each other in this hall of fame. Everywhere felt like a mist of emotion. Mr. Datbo raised his eyes as we waited in the room. We only live once. Living right could be living well. Not everybody has the chance to live well, I said. It all comes down to the choice we make, replied. The choice we make? The choice we make? I'll be back. I knew it would be there. He had a crush on Mom, one of those lecturers. We got the deal. We danced for Nike. We got huge amount of money. I headed back to the hospital. I saw Mom. She was smiling at me. I moved closer. She started to cough, and cough. Nurses rushed to her. Emergency, emergency, they say. As they were driving her past my side, she threw a letter at me. With the broken pieces of my life, I bent down to pick the letter and watched as they drove her into the emergency ward. I sat on the floor, opened the letter, and it read, you don't need a 4-hour class to get joy. Get your ass out, get a table, and pay for drink. I smiled. The thought of losing my hair, thoughts of living on drugs scared me. I don't want that to control my life. I rule. Maybe I don't. There are things that can be controlled, while there are things that can't be controlled. I never wanted to be a burden. I cleaned the water dropping off my eyes. She has never been helped all her life. I continue. My definition of life isn't and would never be what life is. I guess. I saw you dancing on the TV. The nurse came and said, Mama, is that not your son? I had the urge to say, no, that can't be my son. As I watched it. Kidding. But if you were caught for stealing, you know I would deny you. Trust me. I knew what she meant. Oh. I laughed. My little dullard, don't you dare think I won't call you that anymore. The path others choose for you or the path you choose for yourself are the only choices you have. I think you have chosen right. I blew my nose to the ground and cleaned my hand on my clothes. I betrayed you, son. No, Mom, you didn't. I'm sorry. You don't need to say that to Mom. Since this is the last time I'll speak with you, tears moved from my eyes at a snail pace, dropped on the letter, causing it to give way as I read the words out loud. If the sky can't be your limit, make it your beginning. I raised my head and I saw the doctor cover a person's face. I put my hand on the glass and I said, "I love you, Mom." I cried. Mr. Doctor cried. A few minutes later, the nurse wheeled someone in. It was my mom. She had never been in that chamber. She smiled. I smiled. Mr. Doctor smiled. The end. Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my channel for more videos. See you next week Friday, and goodbye and goodbye and goodbye.